Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
This is part 2 of a series about inflammation. If you haven't watched part 1, make sure to do so by clicking on the link up here. Now let's talk about the second type of inflammation. Oh, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming content that I will be sharing on this channel.
The next type of inflammation we encounter in the field is inflammation in the joints. Why is that? Why is it such a pervasive topic nowadays? Well, again, food, okay? You can twist it and turn it every which way you want about, aging and this and that. It's really the food, okay? You can go out on YouTube and find, videos of people who are 80 years old, 90 years old and who don't have a joint issue. Why? Why? So, the inflammation comes in the joint because of too much grain in the food. People just eat too much grain, me included, okay? I love my bread, so I have to find the right balance, and it's something that you do every day. You find the right balance every day. You try to keep routine habits that are good ones day to day, but we're humans. We're here to experience the good stuff. So of course, I'm gonna have the pizza on the weekend. One thing that I haven't used in a very long time is ice cream. So ice cream is a killer for the joints, just so you know. And I'm talking obviously about dairy-based ice cream, not the dairy-free kind. Although the dairy-free kind will be loaded with sugar, typically. Refined sugars are not good for the joints, okay? You're better off eating sugar from fruit with the fiber that helps slow down the metabolism, the absorption of the sugar in the body, rather than going for a popsicle. Yeah. So joint issues are caused by too much sugar, too many grains in the diet, and it just makes the joint unhappy. We need to grease the joint. Literally we have to grease the joints. And to grease the joints, you need to add good fats to your diet. Avocados, coconut oil that contains medium chain triglycerides, which are really good for the body, the cells, because the cells can actually identify those triglycerides and process them, so they can extract the benefits from those triglycerides and utilize them for the mitochondria, the little engine in the cell, to be able to function better. Long story short, I made it super short. So coconut oil, avocados, and avocado oil, if you want to use it in your diet. Just make sure you don't, fry. Frying is not a very good idea. I mean, we all go for fried foods once in a while, although you want to try and stay away from fried foods as well. That causes, oxidation of the cells, so not a good idea. But basically, we're talking good fats and also fats that contain omegas. So omega-3, they are in fish, in cold water fish like salmon, halibut, mackerel, sardines, and certain oils. Olive oil is good to a certain extent. You have to be careful with the oils when you use vegetable oil. For instance, if you use sunflower or safflower, they're not the highest in omega-3. They might have a lot of the other omegas, okay? The omega-6 and 9, which the body needs to break down to convert it into omega-3 so that it can utilize it. So, for instance, cooking every day with sunflower oil is pretty good. I mean, it tastes good. But you're getting more of the 6 and 9, especially the 9, than the 3, and your body has to convert that 9 into a 3 in order to utilize it. So now your body is working harder to get the benefit out of this oil, and it's already trying to fight on other fronts, from other habits that you may have, may I say. And usually if you buy omega-3 capsules from fish, you will see that, or soft gels, you will see that they're usually made from sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. Okay, those are the main threes that you'll find out there, and then you'll find the ones that are made from salmon. See what works for you if you want to add that as a supplement. I personally don't. I don't take fish-based omega-3, supplement. but a lot of people do it. And you know, if you're not eating the right foods, it's a good idea to do it. I eat a lot of avocados. I eat the fish, eggs, and basically, honestly, I don't think it's so much about tracking down omega-3s at all costs to have it in your diet, but it's really the idea of having good fat in your diet as opposed to bad fats. What are bad fats? You need to look at the packaging of the stuff you buy. If it has hydrogenated oil, it's not a good thing, okay?
It makes products last longer, but you pay the price with your health.
That means that the oil is not in its ideal structure in order to be absorbed and utilized by the cells.
By the way, in regards to saturated fats being associated with heart disease, a 2021 study concluded that a low-fat diet may not be necessary for the prevention of heart disease.
And then, like I said before, the oils that are in a form, that are in a natural form that is not readily bioavailable for the body. So that poses a challenge for the body to break it down. Some people break it down better than others, etc. Then you end up what? You end up having, this residual fat that the body is trying to process because you're consuming it every day. So it's just storing it as it's trying to process it and fight on other fronts, etc. And, it takes a toll on the liver.
If you want to get a more in-depth understanding of fats, check out this excellent video by Dr. Stan Ekberg that I discovered recently, actually.
So good fats for the joints, you got to grease the joints, and then reducing the amount of grains in the diet. So if you eat, pizza 3 times a week or 2 times a week, and then you have pasta 2 or 3 times a week, and then you have chicken nuggets or food that has, bread on it, or you just eat bread every day, this is going to take a toll on your joints. Okay, guys? So you just need to try and find balance. If you know that your joints are creaking and you know that, you have a hard time in the morning, you're really stiff with the moving your body when you first start your day, and you go to the gym and it feels like it's getting harder than before, or whatever the case might be in your own environment, please be aware of the fact that what you put in your mouth directly affects your joints, okay? So try to incorporate an avocado, for instance, in your diet, every other day, for instance, or half an avocado is plenty. You don't need to eat the whole thing. If some people are grossed out by the texture, they think there's no taste, they want the guacamole in a jar, and it has other ingredients that are questionable in there, you want to get the fresh avocado. I prefer to buy organic avocados. I'm told that the regular avocados are not that bad because they're not really altered by the pesticides on the avocado fruit itself. I don't know, guys. I just listen to my body. When I eat an avocado that is not organic, I find it bitter, okay? I just find it bitter. I don't necessarily get any digestive issues that I've been able to identify. It might be subtle, but I know that avocado is not organic because of the taste. Why is it bitter? Why is the other one not bitter? Somebody explain that to me. Okay. Another thing you can do is add supplements to your diet.